running.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another slash lick lesson with G Sharp. Great to see you all again. I know I've been away for a little while, but I'm back, and you can count on seeing regular lesson uploads frequently from this point on. Until I say I'm not coming back, you can count on seeing me back. So thank you to all my loyal subscribers, loyal students, and here we are back to break down another great slash technique. So without too much delay, this is what I've come up with for you guys today. This sort of thing. So we've got... To many of you, that'll probably sound very familiar. It's a very common slash trademark sort of lick that he does. Very important to the slash sound and the whole slashy approach of playing guitar. Let's look at it again. If you notice, I'm not necessarily sticking to one manner of executing this run. I'm kind of improvising around it. And many of you know this is my approach and my style to playing guitar. What we're doing is we're honing in on techniques, not specifically note for note licks. It's not what it's about. It's about teaching yourself the techniques in order to begin to improvise and to express your own lyrical concepts on the guitar. So what we're breaking down at the core of it is this sort of thing. In a very clean way, the way it sounds. And by learning the techniques involved in that, it then opens up the parameters for you to begin to explore and employ that technique in various places on the fretboard and executing many different scale concepts within that technique. So look. So that's great. So let's bring you in a little bit closer, and now we'll begin to actually break down how that's accomplished and what are the specific little details that go into pulling that off. So basically, if we break it down slowly, it's going to look something like this. Everything about the way I'm executing that, it's all imperative. All these little details, from the fingering I use to the pick, to the manner in which I'm picking it, all of these details are imperative in order to execute in this very fluid, very continuous, uninterrupted kind of way. And so, if you notice again, when we climb, we're going to use our first three fingers, the index, middle, and the ring finger. And what it is, it's going to be hammer-ons. You're going to pick the first note, which is the 3rd fret on your G string. That's the one you're going to pick. And then you're going to hammer on the 5th fret, and then the 5th to the 6th. It's going to look... So all three of these notes, consecutive, I'm picking one time. If you can see the picking hand, I'm not sure, but if you notice, there's one pick involved up until that point. The second time I'm picking is when I reach the B string on the 3rd fret with my index finger. So the first pick is going to be the 3rd fret on the G string. The second time I pick, it's going to be the 3rd fret on the B string. So it's going to look like... Very important that you're using the fingers that you see me using, and you're picking in the manner that I am. We're picking again only on the 3rd fret of the G string, and when we reach the 3rd fret of the B string. So again. So hopefully we get that far along. And the second part of completing the lick, it's going to involve a technique that looks something like this. And so what you want to do is bar your index on the 3rd fret here, and it's this sort of technique that it's necessary to be able to learn before you can successfully play this lick. So it looks like this. Let's get a cleaner sound. That's kind of the detail of it. So you're picking, on the way down, you've picked the 3rd fret of the B string, and then the rest is going to be pull-offs. And as you recall, when we climbed up, we used the index, middle, and ring. But on our way back down, we've got to modify that. We've got to come back down using the pinky and the ring finger. So we go up this way, but we come back down using the pinky and the ring finger. And what that does, it not only makes it more comfortable and utilizes all the fingers that God gave us to play guitar with, which is very advisable, but it also leaves your hand set up. It leaves the middle finger free to complete the riff, to end up on your root note here, which is a G, because we're in the key of G. And what I mean by that, if you watch slowly, right? So by picking this and pulling off 1, 2, 3. See, it leaves your finger in place to be able to have access to the next note that you want to hit. It's all about clean technique. This is called clean technique. So look, let's look at the lick in its entirety. So we've got this. And it's not easy. There's a stretch involved. You know, of course, if we move it higher up or move it into another key, for like C, for example. Of course, the distance is less distance involved, so it's going to be less of a stretch for you. But it's important to be able to execute these techniques in every key and every place, so why not work in the key of G and force you guys to stretch your hands out a little bit. See, and once you're able to accomplish the lick, then you can start to improvise. Look, we've got... As you know, it's commonly done this way. And all that's doing is alternating the 3rd fret on the B string to, you're skipping right over that and you're going right to the E string. So right? Or you can alternate between the B and the G, the B and the high E string. You can go. It may not be the most musical thing straight away, but what it does is it's training your fingers now in the techniques of legato and pull-ons and hammer-ons and all of these very important details to be able to play and sound like Slash, because you know that's why you guys come to me, and so this is what's imperative to learn, to strengthen your hands and strengthen your fingers, and this exercise, perhaps there's none better for strength conditioning and strength training for your hands, because these details are imperative. So hopefully that was broken down in a way that everyone understood it. Real quick, we can just kind of gloss over it one more time quickly. If you can come in close, make sure there's nothing that we missed. So we've got... So climbing up, it looks like this. Right? And coming back down. 2 picks here. I'm picking... you can practice picking on the B string and then picking again on your 6th fret here on your way back down. That's great. So in closing, I just want to, clearly my style of teaching, it's not finite, it's not exact and it's not mathematical, because I don't believe in that approach to guitar playing. there's a certain looseness to what I'm doing, and that's okay. And in fact, that's what I want to impart to you. It's like, if nothing more, you should take away the concept of learning new techniques and new fingerings and new approach in the way that you execute runs and the way you're using your fingers. And as long as you're able to pull something out of that, for example, if it's nothing more than just any little detail of that you're able to come away with, is only going to improve your own skill set and make you guys better players. So please comment, leave me some feedback, let me know if this was an effective lesson. I'm doing my best to kind of imagine the best ways to assist you guys. And great to see you all back, and once again, you can count on regular uploads from me. And for those of you who don't know, you're more than welcome to friend me on Facebook. And for those of you interested, I do one-on-one Skype lessons. It's very easy to arrange for. It's very cheap. I really don't charge very much. And for those of you who feel like you want that one-on-one, you know, we've got a big handful of students now that the number keeps growing of young players reaching out that are doing Skype lessons with me and feeling a lot of the results as a result of it. So I encourage any of you, if you feel like that might be something you're interested in, then by all means reach out to me and we'll set something up for you. Okay guys, remember the rule, G-sharp lessons, none of it's magic, none of it happens by accident. We practice. We stay at home, and while everyone goes out and does their own things, we're home practicing, right? Practice, practice, and practice. That's right. Thanks again. See you guys next time.